Umpires? Umpires? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's 3A District 1 baseball contest between the visiting Corbett Cardinals and today's home team, the Banks Braves. Before we get started with both teams, we'd like to remind you that the OSAA has a program to ensure and encourage an atmosphere of safety, tolerance, acceptance, and respect for all of us. We call it being a star. Not threatening or ridiculing anyone in attendance based on their race, gender, age, color, national origin, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. Violation of these rules will result in the appropriate penalty, including potential ejection from this and all future scholastic events. Let's all make an effort to bring out the best in the sport and in ourselves because now for the starters for today's home team, or for first Corbett Cardinals. Number 1, catcher Danny Slevin. Number 9 in left field, batting second, Derek Cohen. Hitting third baseman, number 3, Wyatt Moyse. Batting cleanup at first base, number 18, Landon One. Hitting fifth, number 2, shortstop Cruz Windus. Starting pitcher this afternoon, hitting sixth, number 13, Cale Mickelson. Batting seventh, number 24 in center field, Nick Helm. Hitting eighth in right field, number 4, Henry Vockert. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 15, James Hauk. Playing at second base, not hitting, will be number 12, Gabe Smoke. Now for the starters for the home team, the Banks Braves. Leading off at catcher, number 9 behind the plate, Lane Gilbert. Batting second, center fielder, number 5, Wyatt Jackson. Hitting third, starting pitcher, number 2, Chris Medina. Cleanup hitter at first base, number 7, Cade Wilson. Hitting fifth at shortstop, number 10, Ryder Powell. Batting sixth, playing at third base, number 12, Aiden Bryant. Right field, batting seventh, number 6, Nate Lyda. At second base, in the 8th position, number 4, Grady Lucia. And in left field, number 17, Caleb Bonin. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats and turn your attention to the American flag in right field for today's national anthem. We'll have that up in just a moment. And we're just about set for the first pitch between the Banks Braves and the Corbett Cardinals. Braves, again, for the third time in his illustrious career, Joe Baumgartner returning to lead the Braves after helping them to 2 state titles in the 11 years that we've been broadcasting Banks baseball. He did retire prior to 2 seasons ago, but did agree apparently to at least finish out the season this year for the Braves after J.D. Russell was relieved of duties over spring break. Banks in their home white uniforms, navy blue pinstripes. Braves cursive navy blue lettering with Vegas gold trim. Also navy blue numerals with Vegas gold trim underneath the lettering on the left side of the torso and on the back. Also white pants with navy blue pinstripes matching the shirts. Corbett also pinstripes, but their colors are black and red. Red pinstripes, red big block font numerals on the front, smaller numerals on the back, and Cardinals in smaller block font across the chest. Red hats with, I believe, white C. Banks navy blue hats with Vegas gold bills and the Braves Arrowhead logo. Banks 2-0 in league after a rough start prior to non-league play, trying to get back to the playoffs once again last year. The only full season under previous head coach J.D. Russell, the Braves advanced to the second round where they lost in Lincoln City to the Taft Tigers. A little bit of an early start with the public address this afternoon prior to the coaches meeting at home plate. Dimensions at Banks High School baseball field, as far as we know, not an official, not named for anyone like Kelly Field or any of the other parks around Banks. 315 to the corners and 370 to straightaway center field. Big blue netting, you see the center of the screen, center of the outfield wall. That is to protect any baseballs that may go over the fence in center field, anything that goes into that blue netting. And off the yellow plastic tubing as trim on the top of the fence is declared a home run. Banks High School, located in the community of Banks, if you're listening or watching from outside the area, about 25 miles directly west of Portland. Quite a illustrious athletic program, not only in the 11 seasons that we've been broadcasting Banks High School athletics, but also prior to that, 7 state championships in all of the major team sports we broadcast: football, volleyball, boys and girls basketball, baseball, and softball. This year so far, the school's highest finish was 3rd place, at least in team sports. 3rd place at the girls' state tournament in Coos Bay after defeating Cresswell in the 3rd place game. Boys took home 5th despite entering the 20-team 3A boys basketball playoffs as a 17 seed. Had to knock off the defending state champ Westside Christian Eagles by 6 on the road in the second round in Tigard after the Eagles had blown out Banks in early January by 32 here at Banks High School. Chris Medina again getting the start for the Braves. First hitter he will face will be number 1, catcher Danny Slevin. Pink softball also in action this afternoon, taking on Warrenton in a doubleheader that started at 3 o'clock. Had a remarkable finish in Thursday's win over Astoria, and the throw to second for the final warm-up pitch, and we're ready to begin play. Leading off for Corbett, number 1, catcher Danny Slevin. Hitter is in the box ready, but home plate umpire takes a minute to get his mask on, and the first pitch is in there for a strike one taken. Ground ball inside the line at third for a leadoff base hit for Corbett. And a runner at first for the Cardinals. And pinch runner for Corbett at first base. In there for a strike taken, started up high but dropped late, 0-1. Again, breaking ball over the outer half, 0-2 the count. Two pitch, chopped foul, right at first base, still 0-2. Go back to first, not in time. Chopped foul behind the plate, still 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike three for out number 1. Batting for Corbett, the third baseman, number 3, Wyatt Moist. Is outside, pitch out, runner almost trips and falls trying to get back to first, 1-0. Time Chris Medina has missed so far. That was intentional. Again, misses 2-0. Strike over the outside edge, 2-1. Strike two called, almost the same spot over the outer half. Pitch misses high. Now the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. After Medina had came back the previous 2 pitches for strikes after starting out 2-0. Pitch with a runner at first, fouled off the Umpires mask. Get a quick look over by the first base umpire. Still 3-2 the count after foul ball off the top of the home plate umpire's mask. Still a full count, 1 out runner at first after a leadoff single inside the line at third. And Medina with a nasty breaking ball down in the zone for out number 2. Number 18, Landon 1, first baseman. Number 18, first baseman, Landon 1. First pitch swung on and missed. The 0-1 from Medina. Tried to get him to chase off the plate. Couldn't catch the right front corner, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, just misses inside, 2-1. Close pitch. Two one from Medina. Catches the outer half with a beautiful slider, 2-2. Payoff pitch to get out of the inning after giving up a leadoff single. Popped up. Ryder Powell makes the catch in shallow center field, a couple of steps behind second base. Coming over from his shortstop position, and after half an inning, no runs. Corbett does get a base hit, but cannot advance the runner past first base. Corbett nothing, and the Braves coming to the plate in the bottom of the first when we return.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Having some issues with our scoreboard, so we're going to just turn it off and we'll give you the score. In broadcast, leading out for the Braves, Lane Gilbert. First pitch taken for strike one. Leading out for the Braves, catcher number 9, Lane Gilbert. The 0-1, a nasty breaking ball way out in front of it. Comes up empty, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch Drives it foul, but pulled it. Left field corner near the 315 marker to the left side. Good 10-15 left to the left field foul pole. Still 0-2. Pitch is foul tipped into the catcher's glove for out number 1. Batting second for the Braves with a 1-out center fielder Wyatt Jackson. Ball outside part of the plate, 0-1. Center fielder number 5, Wyatt Jackson. One pitch, way inside, nearly hit him. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, skips in front of the right side of the batter's box, 2-1. One out, bottom of the first inning. No score. Banks hosting Corbett. 2-1 pitch, chopped foul. Off most sensitive spot of the male body, we'll put it that way, for Corbett catcher Danny Slevin, and he's going to have to take some time. Already 2 nasty foul balls. First one off of the home plate umpire's mask, and now one off the groin area of catcher Danny Slevin for Corbett. 2-2 the count. Bounced to the plate. Count is full, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Breaking ball started way up high over his head, and that's going to be a 1-out base runner for the Braves in the bottom of the first. Batting number 2, starting pitcher Chris Medina. Braves best left man at first base, and Chris Medina also with speed at the plate, and he rips one back up the middle. Not deep enough to advance Wyatt, but runner in scoring position, 1 out for heavy hitter Cade Wilson, and already time has been called by Corbett head coach to come out and meet with starter Cale Mickelson. No score, bottom of the first inning. Corbett had a leadoff single inside the bag at third, but could not advance. Banks now with a walk and a single back up the middle. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Cade Wilson, the hitter. Power at the plate and 2 runners on, 1 out. First pitch. Down at the knees for strike 1. Batting number 7, first baseman Cade Wilson. Inside in the dirt, count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, swung on, and that's driven to left, and that's going to be a fair ball. gets into the corner to the 3:15 marker all the way to the fence. 1 run will score. They're going to send the runner to the plate. Throw will come in late. And Cade Wilson with a 2 RBI double with 1 out in the bottom of the first puts the Braves up 2-0 with still only 1 out in the home half. Number 10, shortstop Ryder Powell. Cade Wilson with a line drive inside the bag at third, all the way into the corner to the 3:15 marker, up against the fence, scoring 2 on a 2 base hit, is at second as Powell swings at a nasty pitch in the dirt, 0-1. We're going to have a substitution for Corbett coming into the game, number 14 at left field. Pitch is driven to right. And that's going to get past the diving effort from the right fielder. That's going to score another run. Cade Wilson coming all the way around from second base. Throw is going to get in late. And back-to-back doubles puts the Braves up 3-0. Still 1 out in the bottom of the first. Hayden Bryant with 1 out. Still a runner at second base. Back-to-back doubles, scoring 3 runs. Is outside in the dirt. Batting number 12, third baseman Hayden Bryant. The 1-0 swung on and over the head of the second baseman. Back-to-back base hits for the Braves. Runners at the corner, still only 1 out. 2 doubles and a single to right center, and the Braves are in business in the bottom of the first with 1 out. And Nate Lyda, the right fielder, coming to the dish, and that may be it for Mickelson. And he's going to hand the baseball over. Batting for the Braves, number 6, right fielder Nate Lyda. Now pitching for Corbett, starting third baseman, number 3, Wyatt Moist. Pitching change, bottom of the first, early. Corbett starter, Cale Mickelson, only lasts a third of an inning, giving up 3 runs on 3 base hits. We'll be back in just a moment.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
And we're back again. We apologize. We had some issues with our internet-based scoreboard. We'll try to have that up and working in time for our next contest. 3-0 Banks in the bottom of the first after the pitching change from Corbett. Lane Gilbert struck out, and then after that, it's been hit. Well, Wyatt Jackson a walk, and then hit. 2 doubles and a single, and now runners at the corner, still 1 out for, again, right fielder Nate Lyda. Member of the 5th place boys basketball team and also quarterback this season for the state semifinalists who lost to Burns for the 2nd straight year, 1 game shy of the championship game. Their only loss on the season the last 2 years in 3A football has come against the Burns Highlanders. This year, Burns lost to Cascade Christian. A 1-1, swung on and missed on a pitch a little bit up in the zone. 1-2 the count. 1-2 pitch, goes with it on a delivery off the plate, and it's driven out of play off the first base side. Still 1-2. 1 out, runners at the corners, 3 runs in. The 1-2 pitch swung on again, up foul, halfway off of first base out of play. Banks dug out to the third base side. Corbett off of first, and it skips past the catcher. He's not going to find it in time. 4-0 Braves. 2-2 the count. Both runners advance, and now a runner at second is Aiden Bryant. Moist. Looks at third, turns, comes, fires to the plate. Gets Lyda to chase on a pitch up and away for out number 2. That'll take us to Grady Lucia, Braves second baseman in the 8th spot. Pitch at the knees, 0-1. Second baseman, number 4, Grady Lucia. And can't lay off a pitch low and away, 0-2. Two-strike count. That one bounces in front of the, bounces into the right side of the batter's box. Outside and in the dirt, 1-2. Tried to get him to chase even further off the plate that time. That time he had good patience to not wave it a pitch off the plate like the previous delivery. The plate swing just gets a piece of it off the end of the bat. 4-0 Banks. 4 runs on 3 base hits. And 1 wild pitch or a fastball. Could go either way. 1-2. And a pitch down in the zone. Comes up empty for out number 3. So 3 strikeouts for Corbett in the inning. 2 of those recorded by Mickelson, but 3 base hits and a wild pitch pass ball puts the Braves up 4-0 after 1. We'll be back with the top of the second in just a moment.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street Pizza.
Top of the second for Corbett, trailing 4-0. Shortstop Cruz Windas. First pitch from Medina. Badly overthrew it well in front of the plate, 1-0. Rain threatening this afternoon, and rain was expected earlier up until last night, and then they changed the forecast, and still some heavy clouds overhead as that pitch misses high, 2-0. We have had a few light sprinkles, but nothing even close to what could be considered heavy rain that could put us in a delay. That pitch misses inside, 3-0. And now Medina has missed just about every way you can miss. In front of the plate, inside, outside, now outside again. And for a 4-pitch walk, Corbett again for the second straight inning has the leadoff runner aboard. Batting number 13, starting pitcher Cale Michelson. Joe's bunt popped up, and it goes right between Gilbert and Medina. And runners at first and second. On a bunt in front of home plate. Still nobody out. Number 24, center fielder Nick Helm. Trying to avoid a head-to-head collision with his mate on the mound, Chris Medina, and the ball falls to the grass between Gilbert and Medina, and that pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. And Medina, other than that bunt, has yet to throw a strike, and that one is outside in the dirt. He's yet to throw a strike in the second inning, I should say. Did a pretty good job. Open things up after giving up a leadoff single inside the bag at third, but now has thrown 10 straight pitches that have missed the plate. Second inning as he gets a visit to the mound, Coach Joe Baumgartner. Top of the second, 4-0 Braves. Runners at first and second after a walk and a bunt about a third of the way in front of the plate back towards the mound. And we're set to resume play. Helm at the plate, 2-0 count. Runners at first and second. And nasty breaking ball that time. Comes up empty, 2-1.
Helm steps out for a second as he readjusts his hitting glove, and now we have time called by the home plate umpire. This is a time warning from the home plate umpire telling both the pitcher and the hitter to speed up. Again, bunt shown. That will be fair inside the bag at third, and throw to first is threw it away. And that's going to score a run from second base, rounding third. That's also going to score, and it's 4-2 Banks in the top of the second. And still nobody out, and a runner in scoring position still after the bunt towards the third base side and the bad throw to first. Number 4 right fielder Henry Vockert. This pitch swung on, grounded to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Previous hitter for Corbett, number 4 right fielder Henry Vockert. Now batting number 15, designated hitter James Houck. Sacrifice 4-3 on the grounder to second, moves the runner at second over to third. Pitch in the dirt. Vockert cannot make contact, 0-1. One pitch, chopped foul, parallel with the on-deck path towards the Corbett dugout, 0-2, and a big two-strike pitch coming from Chris Medina with a runner in scoring position at third base and only one out. Oh, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked up in the zone. May have caught enough of the plate outside against the left-handed hitter, but it is out number 2 on strike 3 called. Check swing only goes about a quarter of the way. Check with the field umpire, says no swing. That is the correct call on a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0. To the top of the order, Danny Slevin, Corbett catcher. Ooh. Late called strike. Won the count. Backdoor corner of the plate. Popped up, out of play, foul off of first. 2-2, and again a two-strike count, this time with 2 outs. Still a runner at third for Corbett after they scored 2 in the inning on a bad pickoff, on a bad throw to first, on a bunt. And pitches down in the zone. Just gets a piece of it into the glove of the catcher Gilbert for out number 3, but Corbett gets 2 unearned runs on a bad throw to first on a bunt, and after 1.5, it's now Banks 4 and Corbett 2.
For more than 45 years, Housemaster has been offering residential and commercial inspection services with more than 200 locations across the U.S. and Canada. We've helped more than 3.5 million buyers and sellers make important real estate decisions. Housemaster of Southwest Portland helps local residents make the right choice when purchasing a residential or commercial property. Call Housemaster of Southwest Portland, 971-245-2500, or visit their website, housemaster.com/southwest-Portland.
Bottom of the second, Caleb Bonin leading off for the Braves. 4 runs in the first inning after 3 straight base hits, 2 doubles, and a single that scored 3 of the runs. The other run came across the plate on a fastball wild pitch. And we're ready to begin the second home half of the second inning, 4-2 Braves. Number 17, left fielder Caleb Bonin. Left-handed hitter, first pitch, bunted, past the pitcher, throw to first is no, yeah, it's a bang play, but that is the right call. Great defense that time from Corbett, 1 out in the bottom of the second. Almost the speed to beat it out, but back to the top of the order, Lane Gilbert. Top of the order, number 9, catcher Lane Gilbert. Is low and away, breaking ball. This is for ball 1. Again, pitch just misses. Close pitch, maybe low, 2-0. This is high, 3-0. So now, after Lane Gilbert struck out for the first out to open things offensively for the Braves, 1 pitch away from having the opposite here, and that one is going to miss inside for a 4-pitch walk. And the Braves with the leadoff base runner aboard for the first time in this contest, and Wyatt Jackson at the plate. Center fielder number 5, Wyatt Jackson. Back to first, Lane dives, gets slowed up a little bit by a little bit of a wet patch towards second, back in safely, low and away, 1-0. 4-2 Banks, bottom of the second inning. 3 straight base hits in the first, and a pass ball wild pitch for the 4th run. The 1-0 runner at first goes, and it's popped out of play. Straight back, 1-1. One pitch. Again, Mickelson throws to, or Moist throws to first. Mickelson, starter, did not make it beyond the first out of the first inning. Lasted only a third of an inning, giving up 4 runs on 3 base hits. 1-1 to Wyatt. That's driven to left, over the left fielder's head. That's going to be out of here for a 2-run shot between the 3:15 marker, almost dead center, right between the left field corner and the center field wall. Wyatt Jackson, a 2-run blast to make it 6-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Got all of that one. The only thing with it to be determined is if it was going to stay in the yard, and almost the entire outfield, except for a short piece The right field corner is covered by trees. That one makes its way into the forest, into the creek bed between the baseball field and the track. 0-1 the count. 2, Chris Medina. Breaking ball low. Oh, late called strike on a pitch in the dirt. The 0-2 waves the breaking ball down and away for out number 2. Number 7, first baseman Cade Wilson. Banks with 4 in the first, 2 in the bottom of the second, after Wyatt Jackson's 2-run blast to left center a moment ago. Wow, that pitch has been called a strike all night, and this time he decides to call it low, 1-0. To the previous hitter on an 0-1 count was ruled strike 2. Lower than that. That's out. Oh, and it's ruled strike 1 on a pitch off the plate. 1-1 the count. Strike 2 taken. One, 2 for Moist. Now, if that was called a strike, they'd have a revolt. That one even gets past the catcher all the way to the backstop, 2-2. Two pitch, swung on and a little bit late on the breaking ball. Foul out of play off of first base. Still 2-2. Bottom of the second, 6-2 Braves lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Braves first base power hitter Cade Wilson. Breaking ball ripped inside the line at third. Another base hit with 2 outs. Cade Wilson, a lot of power, but not much speed. Much of the other speedsters for the Braves would have had probably at least a double on that, but it keeps the inning going for number 10, Ryder Powell. Second base hit of the game for Cade Wilson. Runner at first, 2 outs, 2 runs in. Low and away. Ball 1. Moist. The 1-0. Just gets a piece of it off the neck of the bat into the glove of the catcher Slevin, 1-1. Breaking ball cuts back across the plate off the inside, gets a piece of it. Foul, 1-2. One-two pitch. Flies that one out of play, foul off of first. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in on a Wyatt Jackson blast to left center. Up for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Second straight time with 2 outs. Banks has had a 2-2 count. Last time, Cade Wilson ripped one inside the bag at third, pretty much the same spot. And he plunks Ryder Powell in the back. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Cade Wilson's base hit into the left field corner, almost the same spot that Slevin hit the first base hit of the game for Corbett to open the game, and we have time called. Before Aiden Bryant comes to the plate. Number 12, third baseman Aiden Bryant. More balls come in. The reason for the short break. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Aiden Bryant, Banks third baseman. At the dish. Outside, ball 1. And that's ripped to center field, and that's going to get down. Another base hit, and rounding third, Cade Wilson's going to score the 7th run of the game. 3 runs have plated here in the bottom of the second. Still 2 outs. It's 7-2. Runners at the corners for number 6, Nate Lyda. Right fielder number 6, Nate Lyda. Maybe low, but we've seen a lot of pitches this inning that could have been called strikes that are balls, and pitches that should have been called balls as strikes. Want to know the count? Breaking ball in off the plate is ruled strike 1 after Nate has a quarter turn to get out of the way of the pitch. Interesting strike zone over this second inning, to say the least, and now they're going to force a decision, and they're going to give Aiden Bryant second base to avoid a bad throw at the plate. Time warning. One count. Swung on and missed. 1-2. One-two count. Goes with the pitch. Gets caught up in the grass. Low roller to first. And nearly threw away the underhand toss to Moise. But it is in time for out number 3. But the Braves do more than equal Corbett's 2 runs in the top of the second. Wyatt Jackson with a 2-run blast, and Cade Wilson also scores in the bottom of the second after a base hit to the left field corner. After 2, it's Banks 7 and Corbett 2. Transaction Transmission in the heart of Banks specializes in transmission repair, but they service all types of vehicle repairs and makes and models. 5-star reviews and quality workmanship you can trust. Owner Joey Tardio doesn't just repair vehicles. He eats, sleeps, and breathes all things auto-related as an auto racer March through October. Trust your vehicle to Transaction Transmission at the end of Sunset Avenue in the heart of Banks. Call 503-359-9141.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com, or call us at 503-648-2341.
Now entering the top of the third, Banks with a 7-2 lead. 2-run blast for Wyatt Jackson in the bottom of the second. Braves smacking the you-know-what out of the baseball the first two innings.
1-1 the count to the new left fielder for Corbett. Strike 2 called. And strike 3, ring him up. New left fielder for Corbett just at the plate, number 14, Ben Leone. Now batting new pitcher number 3, Wyatt Moist. Just fouled straight back 0-2. Previous hitter for Corbett, new left fielder number 14, Ben Leone. On to the count, Medina back in a groove again to open the third inning. After opening with a strikeout, now an 0-2 count to his counterpart. Pitches again, lifted foul out of play. And that's guy to left. Bonin, able to find it late, reaches over his left shoulder and makes the catch for out number 2. Number 18, first baseman Landon 1. Pitch. Ball at the knees, 0-1. Medina working on a 1-2-3 third after strikeout pop to left, check swing, rolled strike 2 on a pitch up. The outer half. Don't think it was a ruled swinging strike. Pitch blowing away that time. We have seen that pitch called a strike, though, 1-2. The 1-2 from Medina. Ooh. Goes off his helmet. Nice job by Chris Medina. Good sportsmanship there to make sure okay after that pitch goes off of his helmet. Check his left ear area, make sure he's good to stay in the game, doesn't have a concussion or anything like that. Number 2, Cruz Windust. Batting shortstop number 2, Cruz Windust. Cruz steps into the batter's box, also participates in basketball for the Cardinals. First pitch in there for strike, 0-1. Chops foul off his inside foot. No balls and 2 strikes, 7-2 Banks, 2 outs in the top of the third. Corbett's 2 runs both came on a bad throw on a bunt towards third. Top of the second inning, pitches up and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, breaking ball high, throw down to first is not in time. Two outs, runner at first was hit by a pitch. Kind of a half swing foul, well out of play, off of first base. Still 2-2. Seven to 2 Braves. Top of the third, 2 outs, strike 3 called on a pitch at the knees for out number 3 with a runner at first. Go to the bottom half of the third inning, still Braves in control with a 5-run lead. Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, any time is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
O'Leary Air is proudly offering Dakin Comfort Pro HVAC products. They've been serving the West Side and Greater Portland Metro since 2015. They pride themselves in getting the job done right, backed by a legacy of integrity, respect, and honesty. O'Leary Air offers competitive pricing on all their work. Give them a call today at 503-989-5251. That's 503-989-5251. Online at o'learyair.com. CCB number 239855.
And we're back, bottom of the third. Braves trying to add to their 5-run lead. Leading off for the Braves. Number 4, Grady Lucia, second baseman. First pitch, foul down the right field line, and that's be 2 points, but the wrong sport, right into the box of a F-150, F-250, and just beyond the Corbett dugout off of first base. Grady Lucia with an 0-1 count. 7-2 Braves lead, bottom of the third. Is well outside 1-1. Second baseman Grady Lucia batting for the Braves. A 1-1 swung on, fouled straight back. One and two to the not the top of the order, but the leadoff hitter here in the third, the second baseman Grady Lucia in the 8th spot. On one hop back to the pitcher, the throw to first easy in time for out number 1. Left fielder number 17, Caleb Bonin. Bunted towards third, and slow roller throw to first, threw it away. Sailed on the third baseman, Nicholson, who was actually the starting pitcher. That's going to be one more addition to his bad day after he lasted only a third of an inning on the mound. Top of the order, catcher number 9, Lane Gilbert. And home plate umpire meeting with the rules mate about the speed of gameplay situation, especially with rain threatening. A lot of blue sky, but there is some gray clouds, as you can see in the screen, kind of over towards left center field. And close pitch looked right at the knees, but misses for ball 1. 1-0 as Moist threw himself into the ground. That time it's fouled out of play, 1-1. In the dirt, trapped by Slevin, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Low and away into the opposite side of the batter's box, 3-1. Three-one pitch, runner at first. Strike 2 taken. So Lane Gilbert a walk and a strikeout. Can he get on base in his third at bat? For third time at the plate, yes, but it's another walk. Now runners at first and second, 1 out. Number 5, center fielder Wyatt Jackson. And another visit to the mound to face Wyatt Moist. That's going to be it for him. And a pitching change for Corbett. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back in just a moment.
Happen to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
And we're back, bottom of the third inning. Braves with a 7-2 lead, 1 out, runners at first and second. New pitcher for the Cardinals is number 5, Jonah Wilson. We can only assume it's his brother, another Wilson, same first initial J. We were not given first names on the official lineup, and number 28 Wilson is not in the official OSAA varsity lineup. Could be a JV player. It's like indication from the infield umpire. 2 more warm-up pitches. Banks with 3 straight base hits in the first inning and a pass ball to score 4 runs on 3 hits. And Wyatt Jackson, a 2-run shot last inning, now at the plate for the third time.
Wilson looks at second. And first pitch, plunks wide in the back, bases loaded, one out. Starting pitcher number 2, Chris Medina. Seven to 2 Braves, bases loaded. That pitch misses badly outside, ball 1. The 1-0 again, almost the same spot, way out, overthrowing baseball 2-0. That time, nice looking fastball, 2-1. A fastball slider action, 2 and this overthrew it again, 3-1. Right-hander working on some left to right action, but has only got enough of the plate on one pitch. And that one is up in the strike zone for ball 4, and that's going to walk in a run. Banks has scored in every inning now through the first 3 with an 8-2 lead. Still one out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd. First baseman number 7, Cade Wilson. Again, a umpires conference. Talking a lot about speed of play. 8-2 Braves. Bottom of the 3rd inning, one out. Starts to come in from first. Nasty pitch on the inside half of the plate. Cade swings and comes up empty. Here one, overthrew it again. 1-1. That time, it's enough to get Cade to chase. Gets a piece of it though, 1-2 into the kind of right center of the back screen, 1-2. Just misses low and away. Nice pitch, but 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count to Cade Wilson. Two, waits on it and waited maybe a half a second too late. Fouled out of play. Still a 2-2 count. Bases jacked for Cade Wilson. One swing of the bat could put the Braves in a 10-run lead situation. And it's ripped to left. What did we just talk about? It's going to be off the top of the wall. Didn't miss it by much. 2 runs are going to score. It's 10-2 after a 2-run double off the top of the fence in left field with 1 out. Ryder Powell, the hitter. Still 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out. And catches the outer part of the plate, 0-1. Late swing on a pitch inside the cutback late, 0-2. up and away badly, 1-2. Ryder Powell, only a freshman. Banks boys basketball started 3 freshmen on the varsity squad this season. They'll be good for years to come. Ryder Powell had 38 in a home win earlier this winter. That pitch is lifted out of play, foul. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled straight back. The 1-2 from Wilson. Popped up. Second base. Caught reaching high above his head with both hands for out number 2. Runners will stay put. 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third for the Braves. And number 12, Aiden Bryant. Number 12, third baseman, Aiden Bryant. Base is open. Pitch is high for ball 1. Wilson's pitch swung on, chopped into the ground. To third, gets through the wickets of Moist, and another run's going to score on the air. It's 11-2. Nate Latta, right fielder. $11 runs in just the first 3 innings for Banks. And he hits Aiden Bryant in the back. Another hit batter for Corbett pitching. And the bases are loaded again with 2 outs. Grady Lucia. Second baseman, Grady Lucia. I think Banks' bench is going to get a little talking to from the field umpire about some of the noises coming from the dugout. The pitcher starts to go into his delivery. Grady Lucia steps in, 2 outs, bases jacked, 11-2 lead, bottom of the third. Speed at the plate. Four runs have already scored in the inning. The pitch swung on and lined right to the shortstop. Perfect place, right time. Otherwise, that's a base hit that scores 2. After 3, though, Braves, 4 more runs. And after 3, Banks 11, Corbett 2. Be back at the top of the 4th inning in just a moment.
I'm Carrie the Termite. My bug friends and I are scared for our lives because bugging out pest solutions can kill us in our tracks. Locally owned and operated with more than a decade of experience, they also offer wildlife and rodent control as well. If you want to help to send me to that great big delicious 2x4 in the sky, contact Bugging Out Pest Solutions 971-500-4111, email services at buggingoutpest.com or visit buggingoutpest.com.
Top of the fourth, leading off for Corbett, number 18, Landon 1, first baseman. 4, 5, 6 hitters to open the fourth. First pitch taken for strike one. I hold on to that one a little bit too long. May have overthrew it. Missed high, 1-1. Strike two down at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Breaking ball started up in the strike zone about chest high. 9-5 drop. And out number 1 for Corbett. Number 24, center fielder Nick Helm. In there for strike one. Knuckled straight back over the top of us and the back screen, 0-2. Overthrew it in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still well ahead in the count. One, two, strike 3 called for out number 2. New pitcher number 5, Jonah Wilson. Correction, that's actually number 4, Henry Vockert. Takes it for a first pitch called strike, swings for strike 2. Listen to this crowd. If Medina gets a strikeout here, and he does, and gets some recognition from the home fans after don't even think he, other than maybe a couple of foul balls, did not even have to get any help from his defense in the 4th inning. We go to the bottom half. Still Banks 11, Corbett 2.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Bottom of the 4th inning, 11-2 Banks. Again, we've had some issues with our scoreboard, so not giving us the option to update it. So we're just going to give you the score as many times as we can, as if you were listening on the radio. 11-2 Banks, 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third. Wyatt Jackson, a 2-run blast to left center in the 2nd inning. Number 17, left fielder Caleb Bonin. 9, 1, and 2 in the 4th inning for the Braves. Off the end of the bat. It's slowly to short, and he's going to beat it out. Infield single for Caleb Bonin on a kind of a funny hit ball off the end of the bat to short. Takes one run away from a 10-run advantage and only needing 3 outs to end the contest. Lane Gilbert. 2 walks and a strikeout. His 4th at bat. This is in the dirt. 1-0. They called strike on a pitch outside at the knees, 1-1. Rip to left, and that's going to be foul. Couple of fans just beyond the fence in the deep left field corner almost got hit by the pitch, 1-2. And right between third and short, took some funny hop off the edge of the grass between third and short for a base hit. Still no outs in the bottom of the 4th. Wyatt Jackson. The Bank's top 5 athletes this year, and I would say likely for the past couple of years he's been in high school. Pitch, rolled strike 1, shakes his head no, and I agree. He had to turn out of the way of the pitch, 0-1. Gets a piece of that straight back 0-2. Well outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, down and in. It's going to hop away from the catcher, and both runners will advance into scoring position. 2-2 the count. Two-two. Wyatt Jackson. 2-run shot to left center in the second. Pitches outside, count is full. One more miss puts the Braves fastest player on the bases at the plate, and it's bounced to the new catcher for ball 4. Chris Medina, the hitter. Pick number 32, who we do not have on the Corbett roster, is the catcher. Swung on and tipped into the glove of the catcher, 0-1. Up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Reaches for one that may have been off the plate. That's going to go into the Corbett bullpen, 1-2. Dino, when not pitching, normally plays at second base. The 1-2 pitch, a little bit up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, threw it behind him, lost the handle or slipped on the delivery. Count is full. Three, 2 reaches again, fouled out of play. 2 bounced into the plate, and there is the 10-run lead after a walk on a 3-2 pitch. Cade Wilson definitely has the power to give Banks their second home run of the game, and this would be grand slam fashion. Off the end of the bat foul. Deep to right. Out of play. Four in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Corbett's 2 runs came in the top of the second. Blowing away in the dirt, 1-1. One pitch. Ooh, strike 2 called. This pitch could have gone either way. Looked a little bit high, but the outer half. 1-2, way outside. Gets past the catcher, 2-2. Two pitch. Gets a piece of it and able to keep it away from the catcher's glove. Still a 2-strike count. Cade Wilson. Just missed on a home run in his last at bat off the top of the left field wall. This one's lined to center field, going back on it over the center fielder's head. And Cade Wilson with a 2 RBI double. Throw is going to come in late. It's 14-2. So 2 touchdowns for Banks and a safety for Corbett. I know. A joke. 14-2 Banks. Fourth quarter. No, it's not the fourth quarter. It's the 4th inning. The Ryder Powell misses low for ball 1. Got foul left of third. 1-1. One pitch. Sky to center field. Going back on it. Still going back. And that's going to bounce all the way, bounce and roll all the way to the base of the wall. Ryder's going to score 2 more on a bases clearing triple. Still nobody out. 16-2. Batting for the Braves for the first time, number 20, Caitlin Villaran. Five runs have scored in the bottom of the 4th, and that hits him in the helmet. So now each pitcher has hit one of the opponent's players in the helmet. Chris Medina did it earlier in the game, and now that's going to get another visit to the mound from the Corbett head coach. And a new pitcher will come in once again. Looks like it will be number 4, starting right fielder Henry Vockert. New pitcher for Corbett, number 4, Henry Vockert.
If you're on supplemental oxygen, heavy and awkward tanks can be a burden. Now you can leave home and leave the tanks behind with Inogen, portable oxygen therapy that moves with you.
With my Inogen, now I'm able to do the things that I've always loved. I just press the button here, and there's my oxygen.
American-designed and assembled Inogen systems are small and light. Our smallest model is less than 8 inches tall. That's about the height of a paperback book and weighs less than 3 pounds. It's tiny. Inogen systems deliver up to 12 hours of medical-grade oxygen on a single charge. With Inogen, you are free to leave the house without the hassle of an oxygen tank.
I could play golf again. I'm free again.
I go anywhere with this. Look how small it is.
Give us a call right now and talk to one of our highly trained oxygen specialists. We'll answer all your questions, and we'll send your free comprehensive guide to portable oxygen.
If you're on oxygen, you need to be using an Inogen.
Call 800-893-2067. That's 800-893-2067.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Braves continuing to attack the baseball, 16-2, 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Still nobody out, runners at the corners. Talida driven between third and short. Another run comes home. Runners at first and second, 17-2. First at bat for number 19, Hunter Gilbert. So now 2 touchdowns and a field goal. No, I know this is not football. This is baseball. Just that's the total number of runs that have been scored today's contest. Still in the 4th inning. Pitches low and away in the dirt ball 1. (17-2). No outs, bottom of the 4th. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Throw back to second. Alan Villerin at second. Brady. Nate Lida at first. Pitch is lifted to center field, and that will be caught in shallow center field for out number 1. Number 17, bottom of the order, Caleb Bonnet, left fielder. Lifted off to the left side out of play. It's going to bounce off the roof of the front of the Braves dugout. 0-1. Get 1 pitch. Swung on, driven a little bit closer to fair territory, but make its way into the practice hitting area where the nets are. 0-2. Breaking ball started high, didn't miss by much. Some nasty break to it, 1-2. And that's driven to right center. Another base hit, another run will score. Villerin rounding third. They're going to hold Lucia at third base, and it's 18-2. Lane Gilbert, 2 walks, a strikeout, and a base hit to left. 1 out, 18-2, Braves lead. Corbett on their 4th pitcher, pitches upstairs for ball 1. First base is open, still only 1 out, and 7 runs have scored for Banks in the bottom of the 4th. Through it, misses badly outside, 2-0. Lockert's delivery bounced to the plate. 3-0 the count. Apologize, we do not have the Corbett catcher on our lineup. Came in last inning to replace starter Danny Slevin. 3-1 to Lane Gilbert. About letter high, couldn't pull the trigger. 3-2, full count. Is in the dirt for ball 4. Wyatt Jackson, the hitter. Bases loaded. Pitches up and away, ball 1. So 1-0 to Wyatt Jackson. Taken for strike 1. One pitch. Strike 2, letter high. Lockert's 1-2. Swung on, popped up, foul. It's going to drift out of play just to the right of the visitors' bleachers. Still 1-2. Low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Way out in front of it, comes up empty for out number 2. And Chris Medina. Well on his way to the victory after allowing just 2 unearned runs on a bad throw to first on a bunt to third. And that's going to get through for a base hit, helping his own cause. All the way to right field for a 19-2 and now 20-2 lead for Banks. Runners at the corners as Bonin trips and falls coming across home plate, rolling into the back screen. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Just misses low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 20-2 Banks, 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and 9 in the fourth. Corbett's 2 runs both came in the second inning. Popped to left field. This is going to stay in the yard. And will be caught for out number 3. Corbett has to come up with at least 8 runs or 9 runs to keep this thing going, likely down to their final 3 outs as we go to the top of the 5th.
If you've turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you. Call 855-589-0675. That's 855-589-0675. Call now.
Again, new pitcher for the Braves, number 1, Finn and Haley. Facing new Corbett pitcher number 5, Jonah Wilson. First pitch from Finn and Haley called strike. Outer half at the knees, 0-1. Fouled off the end of the bat. Behind the plate, into the back screen, bottom 0-2. Two-strike count, breaking ball, strike 3 called. Catcher dropped it, throw to first from Gilbert is in time for out number 1. High strike. Wow. 0-1 the count. That looked up above the letters. 0-1 pitch.
This is that time low, 1-1. JV, I believe, will be playing after completion of the varsity contest on the varsity field. Also misses low and outside, 2-1. Swung on miss. Fastball couldn't catch up, 2-2. Swung on late, fouled off of first. Well out of play, about halfway towards the tracks. Count is still even, 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the fifth. 20-2 Banks. In the dirt, breaking ball. A couple of fans wanted it, but it's going to miss low. It's full, 3-2. Lifted to right center, and Nate Lyda, I think, making the catch, taking it away from Wyatt Jackson, and then saying, "My bad," tapping his chest. 2 outs. Pitch. Top of the strike zone, over the right side of the plate, 0-1. Close pitch, looked right about knee high. Apparently too low for the umpire's liking, 1-1. One pitch, overthrew it in the dirt, 2-1. And sliding, making the catch is Lyda for out number 3. And that will check. And he made the catch. Game over. Incredible catch by Nate Lyda. Sliding to his backside. Game over in 5 innings. Banks handling Corbett with ease, 20-2. 4 in the first, 3 in the second. 4 in the third, and 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. They do not need to come to the plate in the 5th inning. Corbett's only 2 runs came on a bunt to third and an overthrow to first base on the play, both unearned for Chris Medina, who likely would have gone the distance if this game was closer, but got some run for Finn and Haley to close it out in the 5th inning. Did not allow a base runner his full inning of work. Final score: Banks 20, Corbett 2 in 5 innings. We have to talk to you again next week. We'll have to look at the schedule to tell you when that will be. We're not sure. Originally, this game was set to be a road game at Corbett on Monday, but that game was moved here due to field conditions at Corbett. So the game that was scheduled for the 21st here against Corbett next Tuesday may get moved to Corbett to make the schedules work out. But the Banks Braves stay undefeated in 3A District 1 baseball despite the rough start to the season.
now 3-0 in league play with a 20-2 victory over Corbett. Wyatt Jackson, a 2-run blast in the second inning to left center, and 3 consecutive base hits in the bottom of the first inning, and 4 runs off those 3 hits plus a pass ball put the Banks Braves up 4-0 after 1. It was 7-2 after the second inning, and that was as close as Corbett would get. We'll talk to you next week. Final score, Banks 20, Corbett 2. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. Have a good weekend, good night, and God bless.